Oh, at 200.
As compared to Kodiaq, it is slightly longer and slightly wider on paper as well. The 19-inch alloy wheels, not 17, not 18. You pull the levers and look at the second row going ahead, and this one also going ahead. The talking point has to be the large 15-inch screen right over here. It's slightly tilted towards the driver and it has so much information on offer. These are wireless charging pads for 2 phones, then 2 seat types. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 phones can come over here.
It's not actually good for me. For short ride, it is fine, but for long ride, I would say this is not a place for me.
Stability is very nice. Again, something that Germans are known for.
Now, Volkswagen is known to make fun to drive vehicles, that is a fact. But is that true for a long, large, comfortable family SUV as well, the Tayron R Line? Well, the answer is a yes. There you go. I've told you my opinion in the starting of the video itself, and the grin on my face is also a testament to the fact that this thing is fun to drive. We are in Jaisalmer. We have access to completely empty roads. Look at this. There's no one around over here, and this is a perfect place to understand what this engine can do, what the dynamics can do. There is no DCC, but yet the Tayron thing can be the car that you want for your needs, and of course the car you want to give for your family's comfort and safety as well. Let's start the video on 91 Wheels. Now, quick thing about the design of the Volkswagen Tayron R Line. Now, this thing is longer and wider than the Tiguan R Line. That is a CBO import, is going to be made in India. It's a CKD thing. So as compared to the Tiguan R Line, it is definitely longer with a longer wheelbase to also accommodate the third row and space on the inside for the second row. That thing is a separate segment with detailed analysis. Do not miss that. Now up front, you have a fascia which is not too loud, not too sober, just the thing that people want in a Volkswagen. The logo sits in over here, and at places you have the R badging for the R line. No fog lamps on the lower part. It is sort of a black masking on the bumper. These are IQ lights. They do the job very well. The DRLs also develop as indicators and IQ light branding right over here. The talking point on the side profile has to be the 19-inch alloy wheels, not 17, not 18, 19, and yet because of the size of the vehicle, they just about managed to fill the gap pretty well on this part. Again, R badging on this side. The shade of purple has been turning heads in the city of Jaisalmer. Lovely shade. This part looks a bit like the Skoda Kodiaq. Not a big surprise. Skoda, Volkswagen are part of the same Audi group. And look at this treatment. Again, that was the gesture control for the boot. It is powered and gesture control. So yeah, this part is not too loud in the treatment at the rear. A slim connected LED pattern, your tail lamps coming on this part, and of course indicators on the lower part. All-wheel drive, and that's why the mention of 4Motion right over here. In terms of the competition, you have the Skoda Kodiaq. By the way, Kodiaq is offered in lower trims, so more affordable. This will possibly be only the R line. As compared to Kodiaq, it is slightly longer and slightly wider on paper as well. Then you have the Jeep Meridian, more affordable option in the market. You have the upcoming MG Magister. You also have the segment leader Toyota Fortuner, but that is a raw and more of a true blue SUV. This is more of a crossover in my option, but the design should gel in well with the typical Volkswagen buyer. Now to the important part of the cabin. Now, if comfort and space is what you seek and you want a vehicle for family usage as well, spend time with me for the first row, second row, third row and boot space of the Tayron in this particular video. Now, for starters, it's an overly black theme on the inside, but it's very sporty and you have elements and design themes like the Tiguan R Line as well, but I think the Tayron R Line has its own identity and theme. The talking point has to be the large 15-inch screen right over here. It's slightly tilted towards the driver and it has so much information on offer. For the climate control, you have the lower panel right over here, and if then you go to the main home screen, there is so much to talk about. For example, let me show you this part. It is for the service and the inspection. I can scroll now to the oil level, that's okay. I can go to TPMS. Likewise for data, I can scroll down to the trip information. On this part, I also have the altimeter, 1, 2, 3. Again, I can go down into the compass. I can go into the temperature for the oil. I can go into temperature for the engine. There is so much on offer. The steering angle as well. Again, more things you can configure as to your requirements. Steering angle, SDC, profile is currently on the comfort, ESC is on. So screen is nice, it helps you and gives you so much on offer, including the driver assist. Moving on to this part, again, this is tilted towards the driver. That's a good thing. Seats are very, very comfortable and they are ventilated for cooling, for heating, and they also have a massage function. Both the seats have massage function with the memory as well. Plus, manually you can extend this to give you extra under thigh support. Seats definitely are a highlight for the Tayron R Line. You're going to be doing cross-country runs on a regular basis. The seats will keep you happy. The side bolstering is also nice, and like this part of the dashboard and the doors, you have contrast colors on the seat as well, a shade of blue, a shade of white. So yes, good things on the inside. Love the way the steering looks like. It's a flat bottom steering and a lot of buttons for your audio, for your ADAS, for your cruise as well. The driver's cockpit, it can be configured in different ways what you want to see, something you've seen in the other Volkswagen offerings as well. No nonsense. You spend 5 minutes with the car and you have a lot of things on offer that you want to see or you want to change, including the basics of the average time, the fuel economy, and so on. Moving on to the footwell area, ample space even for people who wear a UK 11 shoe size. You have a proper dead pedal, and the brake pedal and the accelerator have a touch of aluminium and the race finish that we like to see as enthusiasts. Door pads, a generous amount of space. You can keep a couple of half-liter water bottles, 1-liter water bottles. There is soft touch padding. On the upper part, you have the cloth and the suede that we see on the dashboard as well. So the car feels rich, no two ways about it. At night, you will also appreciate the light pattern on the left side of the dashboard. The same can also be seen on the door pads at night. So a lovely place to be. It feels rich, quality and space and practicality. How come? You come closer, there is a place to park a couple of mobile phones on the upper pad, and still you have more space to park 2 phones right over here in the charging outlets. These are wireless charging pads for 2 phones, then 2 C types. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4 phones can come over here. Moving on to this part, it's a clutter-free central area. The EPB or the electronic park brake comes on this part. Then this is a multi-function dial. It can be used for volume or it can be used for your comfort and the sport mode. On the left side is the engine start-stop button. I'm not done yet. Trust me, this car will keep you happy for space and practicality. Now these are cup holders, but they are clever cup holders. I can actually take these out and now have the entire area to myself for other bigger items. Or I can also use this area. We currently have 2 GoPros easily parked over here. And we have a separator. This separator can also go onto this part, which means I can park my cup holders on the back part right over here. So really well thought of interiors. The armrest, of course, it moves up and down, slides ahead. It moves ahead and back for people who are short in height. The only thing missing in terms of space and practicality on the inside has to be a place to park your sunglass. A sunglass holder is missing, but otherwise, top marks from me in terms of the space, the quality and the features on offer. If you love driving yourself, the Tayron R Line will definitely keep you happy. But what about happiness for your family members or your friends? Is the second row really that good to match up to the expectations in the first row? Let's go right over there. Happy to report the second row is spacious like the front row of the Tayron. Now, this seat is for someone who's 5'11". I stand 6 feet tall. This is the kind of knee room on offer, a good 3 to 4 inch of knee room. I can also slide my legs properly inside for a very comfortable experience on the move. But not done yet. Now this seat has a 60-40 split and I can independently slide the second row in case I want to give more space to the rear passengers. And I can also recline my seat independently for a more comfortable experience on a highway drive experience. So yeah, it's definitely a plus point for the Tayron. Moving on, both the seats offer you independent phone pockets, and these are the biggest of smartphones on sale in the Indian market. They easily come in on this part and on the right part. So just imagine you have place to park 4 phones ahead for the first row and 4 phones for the second row as well. Then you have the map pockets on the left and the right, so that is sorted. And the basics of your AC vents, your climate control and your C-type charging outlets. The only issue in the Tayron from the space and comfort point of view for the second row passengers has to do with the high hump. Now this is an all-wheel drive model. this hum really comes in because the power is going to the rear wheels as well. So this is a small shortcoming. So for the middle row passenger, it has to be someone who is 5'6", 5'7", not over that. If you're two people sitting over here, you can have the wide armrest with, again, a small trick. Look at this. It is a wide tray that comes out, and you can easily park a couple of small bottles like this one and like this one. So even cup holders and bottle holders come on over here, or you can just close it and it will go up. Good part on the safety thing, for the rear passengers, we have 1, 2 and 3 headrests, not 2 but proper 3 headrests. And for the airy feel, you have the sunroof coming out to this part of the cabin. Lights are placed on the side because of the sunroof. You also have grab handles, and for the Indian summer, very important, you also have the manual sun blinds which you can take down or you can take up. So I'm definitely impressed with the space on offer, with the feel on offer, and with the practicality on offer. Door pads, very important for your long trips. Look at that. We have a half-liter bottle. We have a couple of small bottles. It still has space to take on more items, which can be helpful on long trip. And of course, like the front of the front door pads, even this part, you have this fabric suede on the door pads with contrast stitching, and of course the Harman Kardon speakers on the door as well. The audio system is also one more highlight. Unfortunately, in the video I can't really tell with the audio of the video how good that bass is, but yeah, for people who love music on the move, the audio system is gonna keep you happy. So impressive first row, very good second row. What about the third row? Good place for your kids. Now Volkswagen is clearly saying it's not a place for adults, but for kids, how good is the third row? Let's check it out.
So as you can see, I am 5'9", and this seat has been placed for a height of 5'11", and I have just, like, I'm fitting over here. It's not actually good for me. For short ride, it is fine, but for long ride, I would say this is not a place for me. But the kids gonna be happy. And here you have a lot of things to do, like you have a place to park your phone over here, and you got cup holders on the left hand side which you can convert, and here also you get these rubber things which are helpful to make it into a cup holder, and to, if you push it back, the rubber part, it is now a place to keep your wallets and keys and coins and your knickknacks. Other than that, headroom is wide enough. You get lights over here for both the passengers, and also you get the sunshade over here. It is placed somewhere over here, we can take it out, but I would say this is a place good for kids, not for adults, for long drive.
So kids happy in the third row. What happens to the space for your luggage in the last boot area? Look at this, power tailgate. And with shoes in place, this is the kind of boot space on offer. Pretty good for the segment, I would say. These are a couple of cabin baggages, 1 and 2, and our backpack. I'm assuming if I remove this, the space can still take in one last suitcase in a lying format, and again, one cabin baggage on this side. So that is a good thing for the Tayron. But still, we have a couple of party tricks. Look at this. Let me take out the luggage and show you what happens if you want to be doing airport runs. Now, the last row can easily be sent ahead like this, a single step operation. I lift this and the last row goes flat, and now this area is ample for 3 or 4 large suitcases. You still want more? You have these levers on the side. You pull the levers and look at the second row going ahead, and this one also going ahead. Of course, we have the co-driver seat slightly pushed back, so it's not going down, but once that place goes on completely flat, you can help someone move a house as well. So the space on the inside is definitely impressive. I think the first row, second row, very good for adults. The third row, good for kids, and the boot is still sizable. And more stuff. This is German engineering after all. This tray you see, I can lift this and just park it over here. If I want to access the toolkit or the spare wheel, I can easily do that. This remains over here. Also, with the third row down, this thing can be fitted in that area. Thereby, you can actually use it as a parcel tray to protect your stuff from other eyes outside on an empty street. So, German engineering definitely helps a lot. And the heart of the matter is very important for the Tayron R Line. This is the same engine that also powers the Tiguan R Line and the Skoda Kodiaq. It also is seen in other Audi models, basically Skoda, Volkswagen on the Audi group. 2 litre, over 200 bhp of power, and a healthy dose of torque, 320 Nm. And the power goes to all the 4 wheels. That's why it's called the 4Motion, all the all-wheel drive technology. DSG is standard, and the DSG is known for really quick shifts. So how does the engine and the gearbox perform in real-world conditions? We have empty pieces of road in Jaisalmer. It should be fun, I'm told.
All right, before we start, get going, the steering effort on the Tayron. Usually Volkswagens have a very light steering. This one is slightly on the heavier side, but nothing that your better half or your wife will not approve in the family if they do get behind the wheel of the Tayron. And when they do, they will not get intimidated by the size of the vehicle. It's actually easy to drive. If you're coming up from a smaller SUV from the 20 lakh rupee bracket onto the Tayron, you will not feel that it's a huge vehicle and I cannot use the car in traffic conditions. Visibility is nice. You are seated slightly higher up. I can see the edges of the bonnet. So in your family, the better halves or your sister, your mother wants to drive, why not? You can easily do that. Now, one thing I've noticed in the last couple of hours of driving is not a good thing. There is more than anticipated sound inside the cabin, be it the engine or the road or vehicles around you. I was actually anticipating a much quieter cabin on the inside. That is not the case, but otherwise familiar place to be on the inside. The fit and finish, the ergonomics are really very nice. I'll talk to you about the first, second and third rows at a later stage. That will cover more about the premium appeal, the fit and finish. But for now, from driver's perspective, you have your cockpit, the screen is slightly towards you, ample space in the footwell area. I stand 6 feet tall, the seats, they feel nice, and in spite of the 19-inch setup, the ride quality is not bad at all. Moving on to the engine, it has been seen in other offerings from German brands in the Indian market, and definitely Volkswagen has been vocal about the fact it is under 8 seconds for the 0 to 100 run. Is that quick? Is that true? Well, coming up for you on an empty piece of road, safety taken care of, empty piece of road, not 0 to 100, not 0 to 120, not 0 to 150, something much higher. So see that for yourself. Our AC off, empty piece of road. We are in the sport mode. We have two angles to show you how quick this thing can be. Let's go. All-wheel drive, so there is no drama whatsoever. We are already inching towards the 100 mark. 120, 150. This is 100 miles per hour, and trust me, the Tayron is stable like a rock. 180, a small bump coming up. Let's see how it behaves. Oh, at 200, that bump was taken off so easily. I'll just lift off, some traffic is coming in, but we have done 210 in the past. We have done that. Definitely a USP of the Tayron. Performance is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It's stable, it's quick, and it sounds nice. Let me just downshift. That sound. Once more. When you go down the gears, people are gonna love the Tayron. It's a family SUV and it's for you as well. Again, that was an empty piece of road, so safety was taken care of, and I don't advocate doing that when there are people around, so do take notice of that. Just passed a small off-road patch, 19-inch alloy wheels. They look great and they are not robbing the Tayron of a good ride quality. Let me tell you, even at the 200 mark, we had a small bump coming in. Stability is very nice, again something that Germans are known for. I have a good dip coming in and then a sort of fast ride, and just want to show you how stable the car feels like. I am at the 130 mark. You end up going faster than what you thought of doing it. This is nice. Stability remains, the fun to drive factor remains, and the overall noise is slightly on the higher side. At 120, I would have wanted the cabin to be quieter, but on the plus point, you end up hearing the engine when you are revving it hard. The display can be changed. I have set it to my setting. You have a lot of options from the screen to go into modes when required. Snow mode, for example, all that is there, and of course it's all-wheel drive. I don't think owners will be experimenting off the road, but if you happen to go into the Himalayan territory in winters, you have the confidence of the all-wheel drive on offer. That also aids grip levels when you're going fast on twisties. If you're going to Ooty from Bengaluru, Shimla from Delhi, or Kohli Hills from Chennai, Bangalore, you know that you have the stability of the 4Motion and the grip on offer. That again is a plus point. Moving on, what else does a driver seek in the vehicle? And that's definitely got to do with the kind of premium appeal. You want to announce your arrival while you are heading towards a golf meeting or a 5-star. The Tayron will do that. Again, let me just summarize. It is a big vehicle on the outside, but once you're inside, you feel driving a much more compact vehicle. That definitely is a plus point. The question remains on the ride quality. Frankly, this part of Jaisalmer is offering us very, very good smooth roads. We haven't gone off the road, but if we do that, I shall be including that in the package very soon. One more ride coming up. You can hear the engine is vocal. I think Volkswagen has done that for a reason, just to keep the enthusiast in you happy and satisfied with the kind of sound that comes. Pause the breaker. I'll again gun it for you to just hear the engine once more. You hear that? I'm at 60 in the second gear. Good or bad, would you want the engine to be too vocal or quiet? Please let me know in the comment section below. For me, I would prefer NVH over the sound of the engine 24/7. Again, at 120, 130, the wind noise starts increasing. That is a bit of a spoil sport, but otherwise, this has been a tremendously good package from Volkswagen. All right, let's just leave tarmac and not really off-road. It's more of a, yeah, sort of slightly off-road and not that bad. 19-inch setup, not that bad. Again, there's no DCC, but the control was nice and the overall comfort levels, I would give 7 out of 10. So it's a bit of a pull, sort of shortcoming because of 19, but I think the design looks nice and the handling is nice. So this compromise is not that bad. After all, how many owners will be doing this off the road? That's my understanding, and hence I think it's good to go. And in case you're wondering how efficient can the Tayron R Line be, did a run for around 50 kilometers with a light right foot. Average speed was 70. I was in a mix of 6th and 7. 2 people on board, the AC running, and the display showed us 17.7. That is the other side of the Tayron. In case you want to be just lazing around on open highways at 80-85, you can get that kind of economy. And I think the fuel tank is almost 60 liters. That means a range of 1000 is very much possible. On the other hand, no two ways about it, it's a very powerful turbo petrol. So inside city limits for urban usage, in a mix of start-stop traffic and flowing traffic, you should see around 9-10. But in pure traffic conditions, the economy can really drop to 6-7 as well. So just be ready for that. But otherwise, it's a very sorted engine. It's got long legs, mild munching abilities, and can be efficient at low highway speeds.
And that brings us to the end of this video with the Tayron R Line. I must admit, after a long time, we have enjoyed a car properly at a media event, and that's got to do with the location and the engine as well. Now, in my opinion, if you already own upper mid-size SUV in the bracket of 20-25 lakh rupees and you're looking at upgrading, the Tayron R Line ends up ticking all the right boxes. It's fun to drive with ample power for the driver, and for your family and friends, there's ample space, the premium factor, and the features on offer. It is also a safe vehicle. And then the road presence. It will announce your arrival at your office, workplace, for your golf meetings, at a 5-star, at a function, and so on. Yes, there are options in the market, but this one will be assembled in India. It's not a CBU import. There might be only one variant, but it's fully loaded. If Volkswagen can get this under 47 lakh rupees ex-showroom Delhi, they will have ample takers in the segment. Yes, you have the larger than life Majesta, you have the Fortuner as well, but when it comes to pure ease of driving, the refinement, the performance, I think the Tayron is one of the better options in the market. What do you have to say about the Tayron R Line? Anything I've missed in the review, please ask me in the comment section below. And we have something special coming up for SUV junkies on our YouTube channel. To know what that video is, super simple. Do subscribe to 91 Wheels and hit that important bell icon. For now, let me go inside, belt up and go for one more round on this empty, isolated piece of road just outside of Jaisalmer.